Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond, and we had a really exciting game last night with the top two teams in the NBA right now, and both teams are the only two left to have less than 10 losses on the season. And yes, I'm talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder here, as we actually have them coming into this one with the Cavs at 31-4. And with the Oklahoma City Thunder coming in here at 30-5 right now on the season. So very, very close to each other on their wins and losses here throughout, and yeah, still close. So this is actually kind of crazy. We have, of course, the Thunder coming in with a 15-game win streak, but does not include, of course, the game against the Bucks that was in the NBA Finals. Every game in that tournament counted besides that last game, because only two teams can play in that in general, which I'm kind of surprised that they kind of counted the other games, because there's only 4 teams that could play in there. But granted, there are some days where there's only 4 games on or only a couple games on a night, but this is where only legitimately 2 teams can play. So yeah, that's why they aren't counting it for the most part. But hey, yeah, so impressive. And also, not only that, but also the Cavs are on a 10-game win streak going into this game. So something's gotta bite here, and someone's gonna lose this one. So that's what makes it so much more exciting. But also, this is the 3rd time in history that 2 teams are at least this high with their winning percentage at .850, which is very, very high. Of course, they've basically kind of never have not lost this season. They had the back. I don't really think any team has had a back-to-back loss this season. But yeah, of course, one had a bite this year on this time in this. But we have they have not had this high percentage of winning this late into the season. And also, I don't think either team has lost to a team in the other conference. So of course the Cavs are in the East and the Thunder is in the West, which I kind of doesn't really make sense. It's kind of like the NFL with the Cowboys are in the NFC East with like the Eagles and Giants and Commanders, as they're all over across the country. I'm pretty sure if you cut it right in half, I'm pretty sure Oklahoma's still on the East side, but that's besides the point here. But yeah, they have not lost to either conference yet this season, which is really impressive. Of course, we have kind of, in a way, the standings are definitely spreading out quite a bit at this point. We have, I think the Celtics were like 3 losses behind the Cavs not like a week ago. Now they're at 10 losses on the season, and a few games back now at this point, to a point. But yeah, and we also have, this is both of these games for them, this one and then the one for them on January 16th, were both flexed into national TV schedule, which of course that's what they kind of want to do, as we've kind of been seeing the headlines for this year as the NBA is kind of dying down a little bit with viewership, and they're trying to kind of figure it out. Like, granted, it's kind of with all these streaming services, you got to pay for 15 of them, and you're paying $150 a month or a year to watch these games, and some of them are just not really exciting. You have some really, really, really bad teams out here that still are not at 10 wins. You have 3 in the East with Hornets, Raptors, Wizards, and 2 in the West with Jazz and Pelicans. So other than that, not great situations here for some teams, but besides the point on this one. So let's go. Let's dig into this game here. That was very, very good. We actually have almost every single player from both sides, for starting, had double-digit points, except for one player, Lucas Dort, here coming in and finishing with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal in the night with 2 blocks. But did also a couple turnovers here. But other than that, we had every single starter come out and finish with double-digit points here, with also a few double-doubles here as well. We have one from the Thunder of Isaiah Hartenstein coming out with 18 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists on the night. And for Cavs, we have coming out with it is Evan Mobley with 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block here. And then Ryder and Jarrett Allen coming out. I think he had the game high coming from Gilgeous-Alexander here. But we have Jarrett Allen coming out with 25 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block here. Again, there was 30 lead changes in this game, which just shows how insanely tight this game was and just how good the shooting was in general. And again, this game was not a runaway for any side at all, really only until the last couple minutes or so. But we'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, we had coming into this game, we actually had also some double-digit points coming from the bench on both sides, from Aaron Wiggins of the Thunder coming out with 11 points here, and then Ty Jerome, if you remember him, he was on that very dominant Virginia team a number of years ago, coming out with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and assists. He kind of has been getting some playing time. He's definitely getting his numbers in, which is definitely good for someone like that. If you remember him, he was definitely someone that could potentially give a team some good depth here, with also Max Strus having 17 points in this one. But yeah, just in general, this game was neck and neck the entire time. As I said, multiple lead changes throughout. It was just bam, bam, and also it wasn't just like fouling all over the place and just doing that. It was very smart ball. Not like, yeah, granted you're gonna have I think it was like 20 something turnovers for each side here. You actually had Shai Alexander having 5 turnovers in this, with Jalen Williams having 3 turnovers. You had not many from the Cavs. The highest here is from 3 from Evan Mobley with 3 turnovers. So it was a very clean game. I was looking at the bonus didn't even come out until like maybe I think 2 or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the second half. I don't remember when it came up in the first half, but very clean game, and this is exactly what what you kind of want in a game. It also, in a way, it wasn't really high scoring. It actually came out to be the Cavs winning this one, 129-122. So you could definitely see at I think it was the last like 4.5 minutes where you could definitely be like, okay, you think the Cavs are going to run away with this one a little bit. They're making the shots. The Thunder is not really getting anything to fall right now, so definitely took the Cavs here at the end of it, as they do now, as you know, have now coming out of this game 32-4 record, with the Thunder having 30-6 record in this one. After this, hey, we lose. The Thunder do lose their 17-game win streak, and we have the Cavs now at 11-game win streak, and now they are the longest active win streak right now in the NBA. And yeah, it's going to be a very exciting thing to watch in what is the 16th. That's going to be in 7 days, 8 days-ish, something like that. But yeah, going to be awesome to see that their next game is flexed. Of course, they kind of said, it's kind of weird how I actually saw an article that was like, oh yeah, even though the Thunder did really well last year and they're coming into this year kind of with high hopes and also have done quite well, they each have games flexed into the national TV schedule, which if you don't know what flex means, it means that they were not scheduled in a national TV schedule slot throughout the season, but as you get better, as the season goes on, they see, okay, this team is definitely showing that they're worth it. They take it and they put it into the national TV schedule, and that's just, hey, we got this game here. Go watch it, please. Like, give us viewership. That's how it happens. We got good stars here. We got good games. So this game was flexed again. It was flexed last month into the schedule to, of course, have these games on national TV. Yeah, granted, you can have one of these teams go on a little weird run. Granted, in the next 8 days or something like that, whatever the math is on that, you're not going to have them lose that many games. They might have like 3 to maybe 4 games in that time, so it's not going to really decrease or increase the amount of wins or losses on them. It's just going to give them a couple more games, and see what happens there. But yeah, we have of course them both in the top spots here, and this could probably be looking like the possible NBA Finals right here. Of course, we do have the Celtics. They're still looking very good this year. Houston Rockets are, honestly, I think they're surprising me this year. Good looks to Houston Rockets out there on this one. But this Cavs Cavs Thunder game was definitely a game to watch, and can't wait to watch the next one. That will probably be again on ESPN as this one was also. So yeah, see what happens. Of course, as always, this is why we play the game and why they play the game in general, and also for our entertainment. That's of course a lot of this is about. I know this is a massive business of billionaires and everyone trying to get as much money as possible, trying to win the championship along the way, but it's also just entertainment in the long run. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace.